Hi, and welcome back to part 2 and to day 9. And today I'd just like to come back to this central theme. This idea that we're not our thoughts, we're not our feelings, we're not what we look like, we're not what we do. These ideas, this idea of identity and the way in which we think of ourselves can be so strong. And it's really easy to think when we turn up each day to do this exercise, we're simply creating a little bubble, like a way almost of escaping those feelings. And yet far from doing that, we're creating a framework in which those feelings can naturally arise. We're not resisting them in any way at all. We're almost allowing them to play out to such an extent where they lose their momentum, the mind loses interest in them. It's a little bit like the blue sky analogy that I mentioned a few days back. If you haven't watched it, if you go into the animation section of the website or the app and watch it again, this isn't something that we're creating. This feeling, this quality of quiet confidence is with us all of the time. It's inherent to the mind. This technique is just a clever way of reminding ourselves of what is already there and what is always there. So rather than creating something, we're reminding ourselves of something. And rather than resisting thoughts that have always been there, we're actually giving them the space to breathe. Because so often, even if they're feelings of low self-esteem, low worth, we're acknowledging them on the one hand, just enough to feel uncomfortable. And at the same time, we're resisting them, thinking we shouldn't be thinking like that, or we wish we thought differently. And that creates the tension in the mind. It creates the interest and the engagement in the mind for those thoughts to continue. So really important to remember, to acknowledge that each day we're actually just reminding ourselves of what is already here. With that in mind, just take a moment to get comfortable. As always, just setting yourself up with the eyes open, aware of the space around you. And when you're ready, just taking some big, deep breaths. And with the out breath, closing the eyes, allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm as you just settle back in to the physical sensations and sounds around you. And as you bring the attention now back to the body, getting a sense of how the body feels today as you scan down from head to toe. And also just getting a sense of what emotion might be around for you right now. And now just starting to become more familiar with that feeling of the breath, that rising and falling sensation that's the backdrop to this exercise as you turn your attention to that feeling, that idea of warmth, sunlight, and just watch as it unfolds. As always, doesn't matter how quickly or slowly it happens, allow it to flow naturally. If it happens very slowly, you can just follow it as it continues to spread throughout the body. If it happens very quickly, just allowing that process to repeat itself as many times as it needs to. Each time getting more and more clear, leaving a greater feeling of spaciousness. So just resting the mind in that feeling of clear, calm, spacious light. Nothing more to do than that. allowing thoughts to come and go, realizing when we got distracted, and each time just bringing the attention back to this feeling, allowing the mind to rest in this space. So just noticing when the mind wanders, and in the moment you see that distraction, just gently bringing the attention back again. And now just letting go of any focus as you just allow the mind to do whatever it wants to for a short while. As you just bring the attention now back once again into the space around you, feeling the weight of the body, the feet on the floor, noticing any sounds, smells. And as you just gently open the eyes and take a moment or two to focus. As always, notice how you feel. It's really important at the beginning and at the end if you can identify a difference, a change in feeling in some way, whatever it is. Sometimes it's not always easy to describe, but a noticeable change in the quality of mind. And as you go through your day today, you know what I'm going to say, just look for those opportunities. Try and make it at least 5 times a day. If you have to, you can put a little sticker or post-it note, whatever it is around, just to remind yourself throughout the day to do that. The only way we find stability in this feeling and freedom from that negative chatter is to come back to this place again and again and again. The more often you do that, the more you're going to experience of that feeling. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 10.